My Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered all over the earth. Let me take this moment to say welcome back. This is your Moray, Dr. Yeshu. And my brothers and my sisters, just want to take this moment to say thank you again. Thank you for your subscriptions and your likes, your prayers, and thank you so much for your comments and everything that you do to help in this ministry. So we just want to just praise Yahweh for you. Just want to let you know we love you and we thank you. We're in the book of Psalms, and we're in Psalm 35, and the last time we finished verse I think it was verse 15, and so we're going to start verse 16. Okay, and we just want to give honor, glory, and honor for his word. Now remember, we were saying that David is praying, and Yahweh was asking Yahweh for help. In verse 15 where we left off, he said, "But in mine adversity they rejoice." The people that he helped, the people that he worked with, those who, he treated them like they were brothers and friends, and that's how they acted. But in truth, they were not. He's saying, so when David got into a situation where he need them to stand with him, he said they rejoice, in his adversity. And, but my brothers, my sisters, this is what happened here, Yeah, he said the object gathered themselves. They all gathered themselves together against him, against David. And he knew it not. David did not know, because David thought they were his friends. But they did tear him, and they ceased not to tear him. They did all kind of evil against him, but Yahweh was with him. Praise his holy name. Yahweh was with him. And so, my brothers and sisters, so they smite him, They were like a smiter, a traducer, They cast forth all that they got. They gave him wounds, They kill him with his mouth. They slaughter him, if you understand the term, And this is what people do to you, The righteous always find themselves in that kind of situation. Now in verse 16, listen what he said in verse 16. In verse 16 he said, "With hypocritical mockers in feasts." So he was in feast, and he was like he go to a feast, right? They gather to eat, right? And they're mockers, scoffers. And they're right there eating with him in feast. And he said they gnashed upon him with their teeth. I want us to look at the word hypocritical here, because this word, my brother and sister, is a Hebrew word, mean profane. It means profane. It is a word is like it's a carnate. That's the Hebrew word carnate. It is ket, nun, and fe. Carnate. Our cough, brother. Cough. And so there's they are scoffing at him. They are tearing him, and they do it. They like to do it in a gathering, And it's a profane something. The word here is a profane word, carnate, and it's like they use profanity at him, something that is unholy, irreligious, if you want to refer to it as that in that term, Hypocritical is some, a hypocrite. A hypocritical person is one that is like you have a garment and the garment is soiled. You know, that is soiled with sin. Impious, they're hypocritical. It's something they're polluted. They're profane, my brothers and my sisters. You know, and so when I said soil here, I'm talking about in an immoral. I'm sorry, in a moral way. You know, in a moral sense, they're corrupted people. They're defiled. You know, they're greatly polluted. They're profane. And this is one of the reasons why, especially in the I think in Timothy, Paul was encouraging his son in the faith, Timotheus, not to let any profane babbling comes out of his mouth. Today, a lot of people who claim to be religious, even some pastors, I know, you know, they like to use profane stuff. They make immoral jokes, you know. They make immoral jokes, and sometimes, my brothers and my sisters, you know, you wonder, you know, what kind of life that these people have, you know, in the way they talk, in the way they live. So we have to be careful that we do not allow, you know, profane babbling out of our mouth as people of Yahuwah, especially the Morays. You know, we have to set some example. We have to make sure that we are walking the straight and narrow. And so not only that they were hypocritical and you know, and mockers and in the feast, so they gnashed at him with their teeth also. Not only that they profane, but they're not knocked at him. Karak is a word there. Ket, resh, and kaf. And what they do here, my brothers and my sisters, is that they are, to gnash at your teeth is like, okay, I'm going to use a good example. A good example. Here's this. You ever watch, and I didn't even think about it, that example, that illustration when I was preparing this message, this song, this session. I never think about it, just come to my mind now. To tell you, the Ruach is awesome in putting things in your mind that he wants you to say. Alright, so here are some monkeys in the tree. But these monkeys are the vicious, very vicious. And you know that leopard and, you know, and those you know, beasts, they like to climb trees, right? Matter of fact, they stay in the tree, they live in the tree, they sleep and rest. And they know that these not gorilla, but you know, these monkeys, you know, like to climb the tree. They you know, this monkey that have the face looking like a dog. Excuse me. You know, that's what they, you know. And so they always working in herd. But here they are in the tree. And here is the leopard or one of those animals chasing at them. Or even the lions, they come down and they're down in the tree, they're looking up at them. They start to grind the teeth. The teeth start making sound. Baboon, yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the monkey, the baboons. And they start making all these sounds. And let me tell you something, my brothers and sisters. When they are grinding the teeth together, they're warning the enemy Right? They're warning the predators that, look, don't come up here. So the teeth is used as a mechanism to warn off other prey. Other predators rather. And so this is what they do here. So they come in. They're not warning off David. They try to intimidate him. So they gnash at him with their teeth. They gnashed at him. They grind their teeth, to intimidate him. In other words, it's like you're using the teeth to grate. So, to grate with the teeth, and they grate the teeth and to gnash the teeth. And you have that clicking, awful sound, intimidating sound when you hear it. This is what they do to David. Gnashed at him with their teeth. Okay. So in verse 17. In verse 17, this is what it said here. Yahuwah, how long wilt thou look on? How long? It's like Yahuwah is there. But David is in a situation where he feels that Yahuwah is not acting timely enough for him. And sometimes, my brothers and sisters, we come to that point in our lives too, where things are happening. And we are thinking that, Yahuwah is not doing it fast enough. He's not acting fast enough. He's not taking care of the enemies fast enough. Do you remember when our ancestors were being led out of Egypt? When they got to the Red Sea, they cannot get across. Unless, if they were going to go across, they would have to go way miles and miles and hundreds of miles around to get around. They want to go, but they want to go right across to get right into the wilderness. And when they look, they're leaving Egypt. And Pharaoh changed his mind. And they looked around and they saw all of the Pharaoh's army coming. All his chariots, horsemen, everybody coming. They panicked. And it's like, what are we going to do? Might as well we turn back and just, hey, surrender to them. But Yahuwah asked Moses, what is that in your hand? A miraculous victory. Raise your rod and point it towards the water. And as he did, Moses told the people, he said, don't worry, because those people that you see now coming, you won't see them again. And Yahuwah opens the water. The horsemen and chariotmen, all of them, they know that there's water over there. And they know that there's a good way to catch them and to catch up on them, with them. So they came out at them. And you know what happened there, my brothers and sisters? The water started separating. Can you imagine? Water starts separating. And all they saw in front of them was dirt or sand or whatever it is. Of course, in most waters. You're going to have some deeper area, some higher elevation, and guess what? They were able to cross over. And while they were crossing over, the chariots and horsemen and all of those people, the army of Pharaoh, they decided, look, we better go across it too. We can catch up with them. We must catch them. And as soon as they got across, here are the men, the Pharaoh's men, in the middle of the Red Sea. And the water started regathering. And they were drowned. Not one member of our ancestors suffer any damage or any hurt. So when we say how long, Yahuwah, how long, we are actually losing faith. I know that there are questions in our minds. There are questions, always questions. But we're losing faith and not trusting when we don't believe that Yahweh is going to come through. How long will thou look on? David is asking Yahweh. How long will thou look on? He used the word here, Adonai. Adonai. When he said, Lord, Adonai. It's like he's saying, before he even saved in the prophecy that Yahushua was going to come, Adonai. Yahushua is referred to as Adonai. Okay? Alright. And so, how long wilt thou? Adonai, how long? And it's like he's saying, my Lord, my Adonai, how long? And this word here is an emphatic form. Is an emphatic form of Adon. Adon. The Lord as using the proper name of Yahuwah and the name of Elohim only. And he said, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I don't know. Okay, a matter of fact, some of the ladies in the gospel, you could say they refer to Yahushua as my Lord, my Adonai. Okay. Alright. So you want to know, how long will you look on? Then the next thing you want to ask, I want to say here is, rescue my soul from their destruction. Rescue my soul from their destruction. The word rescue is shub, and it is shin, vav, and bait. Shin, vav, and bait. Let me go back a little bit to verse 17 because I didn't explain to you much in as far as the meaning. I don't know. I didn't give you the Hebrew word, but the word Adonai here is Aleph, Dalet, Adonai, and Nun and He. It's Aleph, Dalet, Nun and He. That was the word Adonai. I'm sorry I didn't get that to you. But here the word rescue is Shub, which is Shin, Vav, and Beit. And it means here to turn back or to return. to rescue you is to turn back the enemy, to to let them return to their place. Okay, let them return to their place. Is like to break that spell, break whatever they have. Let them lay down, and to go back, and sometimes it's not necessarily from the starting point. Okay, but to retreat, generally to retreat, often, you know, to build, to circumcise, to dig, or to do anything, to get those people back, to make them. So make me rejoice. Send them back. Let them weep. Cause them to go back. A verse to bring back. It's like home again. Let me get to that place where I don't have to worry about them. I'm home again. He said, my mind is free. I can think again. I can consider. I can continually serve you. I can do the thing. You say, it's like to rescue is to be converted. Yahuwah, when we turn our lives over to Yahuwah, He rescues us, right? We are converted, and so He delivers us. That's what He's talking about here. When we talk about to rescue, is something that was perverted. He changed it around, and He gives us refreshing. He recompenses us. He recovers us, my brother, my sister. He relieves us, He renders us right in His sight. He send back the enemy, and He take us back, and He rescue us and bring us back into that place where He wants us to be. So praise be to His name. Praise be to His name. And so I tell you what, we're going to stop here, and we're going to come back to verse 17, because I try to keep it at as much as possible to the 20 minutes, and I've gone over 20 minutes at this segment, because I am trying to do it so that your time, I know you don't have a whole lot of time to sit down, so at least 20 minutes, you have a 20 minutes time. You can just say, let me look at a video, let me look at a session. So we're just going to ask you, my brothers and sisters, to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.